Hello everybody, I'm Munbalance, and welcome to my first official Final Fantasy XIV video. Today we're going to be talking about movement speed, and not just about what's the quickest way to get around, but how each speed tier compares to the last. The best way to get around in FF14 is obviously teleporting. Touching an Aetheryte gives you a quick and easy way to travel to that location anytime you want, with a small price of gil each travel. So, in the event that you've not visited a place before, or you just want to save on some money, how do the non-teleporting options measure up? And that's what we're going to find out today. We start, of course, with the base running speed that everybody gets. I've calculated this to be 4.3 map units per minute, and these convert into yalms about 50 to 1. So we'll be moving at about 3.58 yalms a second. At level 20, Rogue gets a passive called Fleet of Foot, which is the most minor adjustment in movement speed. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't notice it. This effect raises the speed to 3.8 yalms, which is just 7% faster than the base move speed. The upside is that this passive is always going to affect you. It's arguably going to have the most uptime in combat, where the other options that we'll get into later either have limited use in combat or no effect at all. And on that note, I'll mention that at level 34, the Pugilist class gets a fighting stance, which also raises their movement speed and is effectively the same value. Of course, every class also gets access to Sprint, which is a quick burst of speed, usable 20 seconds out of every minute or 10 seconds in combat. This skyrockets your running speed up to 7.8 yalms, and is just over twice as fast as the base running speed. Next is Peloton, which is a roll skill given to all physical range DPS classes at level 20. This is a wide area buff that boosts the whole squad up to 7.16 yalms, which is exactly twice as fast as the base running speed. The one downside is that this skill is entirely useless in combat and has no effect. This is a must-use for obvious reasons and will considerably speed up dungeon runs if used between mobs, and unlike Sprint, has a 100% uptime with a 5-second cooldown and 30-second duration. Before we do get into mounts though, the stacking effect of these skills is that there isn't one. In the event that you'll have 2 or 3 movement speed buffs on foot, only the largest increase is applied. If you are a ninja getting Peloton, then you'll run at Peloton speed. Upon sprinting, then you'll go up to sprinting speed, but no faster than that. And of course, without further ado, we get into mounts. Mounts at FF14 work considerably differently than any other MMO I've ever played. Instead of applying each speed value to the mount itself, each mount goes at the same speed, except for a certain bike, which we'll talk about a bit later. This speed is increased by story progression mainly, but can also be further enhanced with optional quests. When you first get your Chocobo, it's going to be running at 9.43 yalms a second, and that is a breath of fresh air over jogging everywhere. This is 2.6 times faster than your base speed, but isn't usable inside of combat or in major towns. The way that FF14 measures mount speed is with stars. The speed is then split by area, and upon clearing certain quests and getting further in the main story, you'll get speed upgrades for areas that you've essentially completed. You'll probably notice it since a 1-star mount is 31% faster than a 0-star mount, and we're now 3.4 times faster than where we started. 12.3 yalms per second. The elephant in the room that I do need to address here is the SDS Fenrir bike, as this mount grants you a 1-star speed whether or not you've earned it. But once you've earned it, it no longer gives any advantage over other mounts. Now, later on, if you want to go even further, you can complete the Hunt quest and start daily and weekly hunting missions for route maps that increase your movement speed even further. This new 2-star speed is a 22% boost from 1-star and is now 4.2 times faster than walking alone. A 2-star mount will move you at 15.17 yalms per second. Finally, with areas introduced in expansions, Heavensward, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers, mounts are given the ability to fly. Needless to say, flying is considerably faster than any form of travel at 18.6 yalms. In order to fly, you need quite a lot of work to be done. You'll need to explore the maps up and down and locate and collect all Aether Currents in the area, as well as complete any quests which might be holding one as well. Once you've essentially finished that area, congratulations, you can fly there now. Now, in summary, obviously the faster moving is faster, But I think the biggest discovery in this video is just how strong Peloton is. Essentially granting near sprint speed constantly in all large towns where mounts are not allowed is a very strong argument. I'd highly suggest any new player to spec into a ranged DPS, at least get it to level 20 to shave a lot of time on their questing. You can even save and hotkey gear sets, so switching to your running class is just a single key press. That, of course, is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Like the video if you liked it, sub to see more like it, and don't forget to check out the description for links to my Twitter and Discord, as well as my Twitch, where I stream every weekend. A special thanks to this month's Patreon supporters, keeping the channel sponsorship free while getting cool perks like seeing videos a day early. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.